So this afternoon we have Fiona Gilbert with us of Quanta Therapies, and Fiona's kindly come along to talk about a particular patch that she has in her range. And I know, having known Fiona for some time now, I know that Fiona gets extremely excited about this patch. So I'm going to let her enthusiasm and her knowledge come through and let her talk about this particular patch. But first of all, thank you for spending the time with us.
Absolute pleasure, Leslie. I'm allowed to talk.
Yes, I get told that too. Now, this particular patch, it's called, if I understand correctly, the SLD Boost.
Yes.
So can you tell me what that stands for?
Yes.
And the history of it and how it came into being?
Absolutely. This is SLD Boost. See there? They look all the same at the front, but at the back we've printed out what they are. SLD stands for serotonin, leptin, dopamine. All the happy drugs that go through your brain and your nervous system to balance your emotions, basically. But this particular patch actually has serotonin, leptin, dopamine, and melatonin. Now, be very, very clear. There is no chemicals in the patches. These are just the sound frequencies of serotonin, leptin, dopamine, and melatonin. And the body is able to actually use what it needs, the sound that it needs. Now, this patch was specifically designed for a friend of mine, and there was a history behind it. A friend of mine was actually in the building across the street at 9/11 and developed severe PTSD after the event, and was immediately put on serotonin uptake inhibitors, antidepressants, which seemed a little bit weird that someone was being put on antidepressants for stress and anxiety. But he had been on it for about 14 years before we met, and he was complaining that his anxiety levels were still really, really high, and he was still having night terrors, and they were actually coming back. And he wasn't sure that his antidepressants were working anymore. And I said to him, well, of course it's not working, because what's happened is when you've been on antidepressants for so long, it hijacks your dopamine levels. We've got countless research that's showing that right now, that one of the side, when you go on antidepressants, one of the side effects they say to you is you may have suicidal tendencies, and you go, oh my God, I'm sad and now I'm going to go kill myself. Oh God, why am I doing this? And that's what's actually happening, is that when it's doing the serotonin function is actually causing this depression of dopamine, and there's no balance. The balance has been lost, and I think that's the biggest thing when we talk about biochemistry and we talk about things like this, is that the point of this is to create balance. However, when we introduce one drug into the system, it throws off the balance, and when that balance has been thrown off for a very long time, you start seeing a lot of different side effects that will come as a result of it. And so SLD Boost was designed specifically to start being this adaptogenic, that your body will use the serotonin, the leptin, the dopamine, the melatonin that it needs and wants to create the optimal environment for itself. And that's just how clever the human body is.
So what I'm hearing is basically, we all have come into contact with somebody that's been on antidepressants. You don't have to be in the medical field and be the practitioner that has been handing them out. Everyone in their community knows of somebody that has been on an antidepressant, and you do tend to see a kind of sort of level that people tend to operate at.
Yes.
So am I correct in my understanding that these patches are basically sort of tapping onto the brain and saying to the brain, oh look, you can do your normal function again?
Yes, what it's saying is, when you put the patch on, it says, hey, your brain, your body at its happiest should sound like, A, B, C, D in that particular order. But for whatever reason, whatever has happened to your body, you're now sounding more like CCBD. And so it's saying, hey, you want to sound like ABCD, I'm here to give you kind of a baseline note, like a tuning fork. Come meet me at this level, A, B, C, D. And the body being as smart as it is, the neuroplasticity that we have will go, oh, A, B, C, D. It feels good to be A, B, C, D. Okay, I'm going to start sounding like A, B, C, D. And that's all the patches are doing. It's sort of saying, this is what feels good. This is what your brain should sound like. This is what the balanced chemicals should sound like. Enjoy it.
And you mentioned neuroplasticity there. I mean, there is so much research coming out in this field.
Right,
now.
and we're just scratching the surface of it. We're just absolutely just going, oh, we think this is what's going on.
So this is really up there at the frontier.
We hope so. We absolutely hope so. And we've had great reports. I had jokingly, when we first created this patch, I said, oh, we shouldn't call it SLD Boost. I said, we should just call it Sex in a Sticker. And everyone said, no, that's not good for optics. But that's exactly what it is. We go looking for this high. People take drugs, people do all sorts of things because we are looking for a high because we're not balanced. And this patch allows people to be balanced. And we see when people put this patch on, they literally take a deep breath and go, oh. They go, and most people will go, I think it's placebo. I suddenly feel better. I'm not, and I go, yeah, it's probably, I said, if this is how placebo works, please keep wearing the badge. Please do. This is the best placebo ever. And that's the response we get from the patches.
Fantastic. So you're getting a lot of people coming back to you, promote or talking to you about how positive their results have been with this particular patch.
Yes, our practitioners love it. It's one of our top selling patches, and a lot of people, the best thing I in my own practice, the thing that gives me so much joy is that my clients are able to taper off their antidepressants very, very quickly so that they're not dealing with all the side effects of all of that. But they do it without any fear of like withdrawal, or they don't have any fear of, oh my God, my stress and anxiety or my depression is going to go through the roof. And so maybe there is a placebo level to this. And trust me, I'm a huge fan of the placebo effect. Anything that makes you feel better, heal faster, why would you not do it? I don't care what you call it. You can call it placebo, you can call it magic, you can call it science, you can call it all of the above. But as long as the human body is healing and living, that's all we want.
Well, my understanding is that the universe is all waves. So being able to be part of that, and our body to be in tune with that. So as you say, we all want to be as happy and as healthy as possible.
Exactly. So, I've had people sit there and they were quite skeptical about it. And I go, well, it's a patch, it's a sticker. I
love your technical term of sticker.
It's a sticker. And you sit there going, so if this sticker can help you sleep better, if this sticker can make you feel better so that you're present and you can live your life and be with your family and just enjoy life, why would you not do it?
Yes, because we all do sit there and say, I want to do this, I want to do that, I have things that I want to achieve. I mean, everybody has, it's a very well used term at the moment, but everybody has the optimal bucket list.
Yes.
But of course, as you say, if you're not feeling healthy and you're not responding, you tend not to do those things.
Exactly. So to all the skeptics out there, please, I love you. I love you, and I just say, come try it. We've got nothing to hide. We have so much to share, and let's heal together.
Great. Thank you very much.
Absolute pleasure.
Thank you for spending time with us this afternoon, Fiona.
Thanks, Leslie.